Today we actually have our freshman students presenting their History Day research projects to judges from both the school and the community. This year's History Day theme is conflict and compromise, so all of our student projects were determining a conflict historically and what they did to fix it. Looking at these projects, it's important for both us and the students because they've been working on these since August, so this is kind of the epitome of their school year.
My History Day project was about the Nuremberg Trials. Nuremberg Trials is the prosecution of Nazi criminals and other affiliation after World War II. I chose it because it seemed like an interesting topic, and I've always been like not fascinated, but I've liked to study World War II, and I thought it would go well. Well, I learned that Hitler, the people of Germany didn't really know what was going on because of Nazi propaganda, how it was all of a facade. They try to say that everything was fine and that they were doing all these marvelous things, but in reality they were exterminating millions of people.
Today we have all of the World Studies students at Piqua High School participating in an in-house competition for their History Day projects. I would like the students to get used to speaking to other adults other than their teachers, adults that they don't personally know. They get that experience that they'll need for their future, whether at college or in their work life. The students were able to choose their own topics using the theme of conflicts and compromise. So they were able to research different ideas and interests and come up with their own student-based research project. This has been an entire semester worth of work that's now culminated into what we're doing today. So it is very important for history, as in students can now know how to properly research something that they don't know anything about, and they can use this in the future.
Well, I've had the great opportunity to talk to the students in these classes, these World History classes, American History classes, about why they chose these topics for their research and how they relate to the theme of conflict and compromise. The best part is the projects have been just great. The kids understand their material, they're well researched, they're well spoken, they've practiced, and they have a lot of great insights into history and how this has affected that part of the world, but also their world today. So it's really refreshing to be able to talk to kids like this. I've learned some facts that I didn't know before about some of these time periods. I've learned that the kids understand more deeply than we think sometimes about the broader themes in history and how they repeat themselves, and kind of relearn what I always know is that kids can be amazing when you give them a chance to be creative. So it's been a great day. Well, it really allows kids to exercise that part of their brain, their mind that is inquisitive. History has happened in the past, but it's a place for us to go and dig around and find new things and then relate them to our lives today. And sometimes we don't do that enough with our students, to say, hey, these are the things that shaped you. This is the world that you live in. You're going to be the folks who shape this going forward. How can you take those lessons and apply them to the world that you're going to inherit?
Good job. Very glad that Casey and Courtney have taken this project on. Being an former history teacher, I won't say old history teacher, it's good to see this sort of thing, when the students are really investigating a historical event, learning more about it, and it's good for Piqua schools to be able to support something like that. So the board and everybody is very supportive of this event. I love it, and then on the other side of the coin, being an old history teacher, I double love it because so often, sometimes the social sciences get skipped over, and to see the kids involved in these sort of projects and see the excitement and the energy in the room as they're doing this is great. So we're very pleased that this is going on within Piqua City Schools.
My project was Miranda's Appeals to Justice, which was the Miranda versus the Arizona case. It's important today just because without it, we wouldn't have the Miranda rights, and the 5th and 6th Amendment still wouldn't be pushed a bunch. So now that happened, they're actually still talking about it today. So that's what I liked about it.